Well, the good Evelyn is back, or should I say the bad Evelyn? But she has good reason, and we're going to talk about it coming up.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Yeah.
That's right. Seemingly appropriate.
That's exactly how it's going to go. They should have been playing this in the background.
Right? Oh my gosh.
I'm about to pull on my bandana real quick.
It would have been totally appropriate.
Everything.
Holy
Hey guys,
crap.
thank you for joining us. Oh man, this episode was exciting. I think our episode is going to be exciting. I'm Elle Marie. You guys can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at Elle Marie TV. And
Hi guys, I'm Laura L. Thomas. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Laura L. Thomas TV.
Hi everyone, I'm back. Again, I'm Taquaila Jackson. You can find me at Taquaila_I am.
Hey guys, I'm Sanders Kennedy, and I'm pressed like a panini. And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at JustSandsWorld and YouTube also.
Love it.
listen, I feel like we should build up. We shouldn't go straight into.
Ooh.
Let's build up into that moment.
Can we rev it up a little bit? I don't know. I
Keyword
need
of
a
the
sip.
phrase, building things
Right.
up. We're going to build a bear, all right?
Hey, thanks, Sanders, for bringing the Prosecco tonight.
Anytime,
thank you.
darling. A little splash, a little splash.
I'm trying to stay tamed with that
I
tonight.
love it. I love a bubble.
So we start off with, because, last episode was the beginning of the whole Jackie and Evelyn beef. Like, it kind of starting to come to a point. It was starting to get that little fizzle when you boil in water. Like, the little few bubbles that rise to the top.
Yeah.
That's kind of where we were last week. So it opens with Evelyn and Sean and Shanice talking.
Yes.
Because Evelyn felt so disrespected that Jackie called her a bitch in front of Shanice. I want to call her Shawnee. Which she should feel, disrespected. You shouldn't do that to someone. And their child is there, and then they have to possibly explain it. I mean, we understand that she's grown, but that's still her mother,
Well,
Yeah.
and the other point is that it was their event.
That too.
that's what.
That too.
Like,
yeah,
it was
I kind of forgot about
Shanice
that.
and Evelyn's event. So to come and call her a bitch in front of Shanice at her own event is, like, super below the belt, in my opinion.
100%. You cannot just jump up in there disrespecting someone's moment.
Yeah.
And she knew what she was doing.
She knew.
She did.
This
Yeah.
is classic
And she's-
Jackie. This is classic Jackie. Go ahead,
God, I was
Taquaila,
about to
but-
say the same thing, just like she did
Yes.
at how she rolled up at Tammy's book event. Like, come on, you knew you were
know
coming
what you're
there and heard this.
doing.
I'm just gonna talk. I'm just gonna talk.
Yeah.
And anytime you've ever been that rageful, it's really no talking.
No.
It's
No,
talking
not at
because you're
all.
not thinking right. It's talking to you. That rage just blacks out,
Yeah.
and then you're ready to fight.
Which is exactly what Jackie does.
Yes.
She is the biggest. I wrote this down about halfway through the episode because we see it again in this episode. She is the biggest instigator of anybody I have ever seen ever in any circle ever in life. Like, she is always just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna I just want to talk to her. I just want to talk to her. I just want to talk to her. That never ever happens. She
Never.
inserts herself in the situation to cause drama every time.
And she's
Every
so
time.
forgetful. I'm going to say it like Jackie. She must have amnesia.
Right.
Because she never remembers what she does or what she says, but then
Yeah.
she wants to fix things.
Right. So she can never own up to what she's actually
Exactly.
done.
Yeah,
She's
she
always like,
never
oh,
owns up to
maybe
it.
I did that. And if I did that, I'm going to apologize and say, I'm sorry, but I don't remember myself doing that. And it's just like, that is the biggest cop out on the planet.
Yes,
and
it
then your
is.
apology is lackluster because then, like you say, I don't remember, but let me just smooth things over.
Right.
No,
It's
come
like,
on,
no,
own it
that's
up,
not
own up to
genuine.
it. Exactly.
Be authentic.
The queen of shady apology.
Oh, yes.
Ugh.
And like she said, she came to their event. Oh, she just wanted to support them and support Evelyn and come to their event. She didn't want any trouble, yet you came in sneakers. Jackie, you are a woman who thinks that she's fly and all this, so you want to have your heels on, especially at that type of event.
Right.
You dress for the occasion. Now, if it had have been more casual, maybe it would be okay. You wouldn't look at her with a side eye that she's wearing sneakers. But this was kind of upscale. It was a nice place. Everyone was dressed to the T, dressed to the nines.
Right.
And you come in sneakers. You're coming to cause a fight.
Absolutely. And her coming, that's the thing that I've noticed about Jackie is that, again, like, she comes and she causes a scene. She inserts herself in the situation. She causes a fight because she cannot ever let anybody be quiet. Do you know what I mean? Like, if
Yeah.
somebody doesn't start with her right away,
Yeah.
she jumps in.
Yes.
She does it. And so it just, it just, to me, it's like you're never coming to an event to support somebody if you're going to run your mouth.
And if
First and foremost, when you get there.
If you know you're going to show up to an event and you have a moment, like you know something might pop off, stay home.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in your 50s. You should know by that
Sorry,
point.
late 40s on the internet.
Oh,
Right. And size 23 waist.
And 23 waist.
23 ways.
Yeah.
Like,
23 ways.
get it.
Yes.
Plus 6.
With a corset, baby.
But she should know, you know what? Let me just stay home. But she didn't, and now we got to this moment.
Wow. Yeah. Oy.
But I do have to say real quick, Evelyn got shady because if you didn't catch the shade, she said that Jackie, she might not like her first daughter.
I caught it. Right.
That.
Yeah, I caught it.
Yeah, it
or
was
whatever
like,
it
I like
is.
mine. Like,
Exactly.
You may not like yours, but I like mine. I was like, ooh.
I put #shade.
I
caught that.
salty.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what? At first, so when Jackie and Tammy go to lunch to talk, and Tammy brings up, Evelyn saying, "Go take care of your grandkids," and Jackie didn't hear that. At first, I was like, "Oh, is Tammy being messy?" You know what I mean? Like, But then we go to Shawnee later on, and she, well, if she wasn't upset about that, then what was she upset about? So they thought that Jackie heard that.
Yeah.
So then I guess, okay, fine. Tammy wasn't really being messy. She was just saying it like, "Oh, I thought you heard that."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then that added all the fuel to the fire for Jackie, because then now, and which I will agree with Jackie at this point, because even though that statement was kind of towards Jackie, it's still concerning her daughter.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I do still feel like Evelyn kind of threw the family in there first.
Yes.
She brought them in first.
You have to admit that.
Yeah, she did. Well, and is it, do we all agree with Shawnee that kids are always off limits?
100%.
Yes. Oh,
Right.
yes.
Always.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Always.
so the fact, I think, that she came and she called Shanice out, or she didn't call Shanice out, but she called Evelyn out in front of Shanice. Is that as bad as, say, making a comment on the kid? Is it as bad to do something in front of the parent and disrespect the parent in front of the kid, or is it just bad to call out the kid to then turn around and be like, "Sorry, you got to build a horror daughter"? Do you know what I mean?
I think
like,
it's
the same level.
Yeah, I think
same
it's the
level.
same level.
Kids, period.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Kids,
You
kids
know,
all period.
no.
Because
Yeah.
also with
I agree with
the
that.
flip side is that if you feel disrespected and then you have to act out or fight or whatever, that's not an image you want to put out there to your child.
Right.
So then it's like you've made you kind of took power away from me and how I want the image of my child to be in their head or whatever.
But I feel
you
like
you
it's a
took
little
that
bit
from
more
me.
disrespectful to do it in front of the child,
Yeah.
child or kid or an adult, the daughter or son of the parent. To do it in front of them is, in my opinion, way more disrespectful, because it's like, I'm gonna ignore this person right here. This person doesn't matter.
Right.
I'm just gonna say it to your face. So it's kind of like, you know what I mean?
Very disrespectful.
Ugh, gross. Hey, speaking of kids, we got to meet Hazel's little girl.
we did.
Yeah, she was
Olive.
precious. Yes.
She was so cute.
She was.
For a cute little kid segment here for a second.
Yeah.
To talk about kids in a positive light for a hot second.
Good point. Exactly.
We see their theme with Basketball Wives, because they did that last week with Shawnee and her family. Let's have something nice and sweet.
Right.
Because the rest of this is going to be
Crazy.
This is bananas.
That's the Band-Aid.
Yeah. But I like, and we said this before, we like Hazel. I like her.
Yeah,
and then
same too.
them introducing her daughter into it. It's like, okay, if we get another season of Basketball Wives, I would like to see her return. Yeah. And we see more of her into her family dynamic. I like, because it was really sweet.
Yeah, she seems like a really great mom.
She does.
I really
and
like
she's
her.
really serious and focused on her business and her career and just about her and her daughter, even though her daughter's father is overseas. He's still in the picture, though. But yeah, I would love to see more of that storyline.
Yeah.
I know, me too. She was real cute.
She
Real
was
cute
so
little
cute.
nugget.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Loved
it was like, she was like, say bye to Auntie Tammy. Say bye,
bye.
Auntie Tammy.
I love it. I loved it. It was really cute.
This for children to keep the innocence out of everything.
Yeah.
We needed
Keep it all for a
something.
period.
Yeah.
You just see how innocent we used to be.
Yeah.
Everyone
Right.
thought to her. So
Right?
yeah.
We all came from
Before life
somewhere.
gets to
We
you.
all were kind at one point.
Right.
We were all nice people, but something
Straight,
happened.
straight down a stray path.
Life
Man,
happens.
Life
at one
snatched
point.
my wig, and I was pressed.
Oh man. Whew.
Yeah, so let's
you
get
gotta
to
do?
this trip. And the other thing is, I mean, I guess we have to do it for the drama, for TV, but you're going on a trip, you know they don't get along. In real life, someone should be left home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when two people are that heated...
Sania.
Right,
I was thinking
listen.
you
Sorry.
get out of my head, girl. I was like, Is it Sanaya?
You're trying to figure it out. Got it right.
Why is Sania on this trip? Why is Sania on this show still? I'm so confused. Why are we still watching Sania?
Why is she there? Why is she on the show?
But that's Jackie's friend right now. That's her.
Right now. I guess it's her only
friend. That's it.
Right now.
Yeah, so that's why. Exactly. And you see it throughout. Jackie needs a person to go inside with her, to ride with her on the right. Like, so it bounces off from person to person. That's why Sania's still here.
She also did say that she was the one that invited Sania on the trip.
Yes,
so that makes sense.
She should already know how +1s go on trips.
Exactly. I was thinking about that. Like
we learned our lesson in Palm Springs about the +1s, right?
At least we thought we did.
We thought we learned our lesson in Palm Springs about the +1s. Don't bring a +1.
We learned about coming together. Don't do that.
And Jackie was the one to bring up +1 again.
I know.
So, yeah.
My favorite line is Evelyn, +1s are +1ing.
Right?
Like
she conjugated the word and everything. It was amazing.
Yes. So good. I also loved when Tammy was inviting Hazel to the trip, and she was like, "I'm confirming. I just want to know what I'm confirming to first." I was like, "She's a smart girl.
If I'm invited, I'm coming." Right. That's what she said.
Yeah. Like, she's a smart girl.
But what am I exactly?
I need to know the guest list first before I insert myself in this situation.
And I thought it was funny how Tammy not conniving, because she didn't do it on purpose, but just how she started off with Jackie. Well, I invited Jackie, Shawnee, and Evelyn, and it was like that pause just to see if something else was going to go back. But luckily, she didn't. She was just like, okay, that sounds like a solid crew. I'm in. Count me in. So, yeah.
Yeah, and she doesn't have any beef with these ladies right now. So she's got nothing to lose.
I think it was more of like, so I'm prepared for what can happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Come one
so
day.
I'm not going like, oh, happy trip. You
know,
know, it's like
mellow the whole time because you don't know what's going to come flying out of what angle.
Exactly.
Oh, man. And we got to go to the Bronx.
Put this down. I keep sipping this, so I can't talk.
Is it? Get it for you.
My hometown of New York City.
That's right.
I live. But when Shawnee was like, so we getting on a train?
I know.
I was like, no, that can't be her first time. I mean, I know you've been in the city a long time.
Yeah, but I mean, she's Shawnee.
The city is,
what?
Shawnee, bless your heart.
I love her.
But she's probably in a car all the time, you know, like with a driver and all of that.
That's probably true,
But they got on that 6 train like J-Lo.
Thank you, Evelyn, for teaching Shawnee and showing her. Exactly.
So I like when they got on the train and this lady was like, oh, hey, girl.
What y'all doing here?
That's how we are here. We start random conversations.
It's so good.
And very blunt. Just call people out.
Yes.
You're just like, why y'all here?
So, Sanders, you're born and raised New York, yeah?
Oh, yes.
And then has anybody else ever lived in New York?
No. I've been to New York.
But
yeah.
I've never
I lived
lived
after college. I lived there for about 6 years on and off.
Oh, that's a good amount of time.
Yeah. I wasn't a Bronx girl. I was Brooklyn.
Yeah, I was Brooklyn too.
Brooklyn, Williamsburg.
I was all around Brooklyn, Park Slope, the hood area,
Nice.
the projects.
I think I was kind of all around. I dabbled in Brooklyn for a minute, but I mostly stayed on an island where the streets were on a grid, and I knew where I was going.
That's how
I was gonna say, did these cities bring back some memories for you? I know they did for Sanders.
Yeah, Sanders is just all in love with
everything all his life. Did it bring back some memories for you?
Oh, for sure, for sure. It's a city that is unlike any other. It's like an energy. I mean, I disagree with about 99.9% of what Jackie says, but when she did say the lights, the buildings, the smell of the sausage on the street,
everything in New York.
I was like, girl, I know what you're talking about. That sausage at 2 a.m. is not there.
It switched Jackie into another sausage though, because right after she said that, she was like, everything in New York turns me on. I was like,
yeah,
all right,
and
now we're back.
I know. So anyway, but it's unforgettable, and it's definitely a place that I think makes you grow into who you are.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I miss the bodegas. I miss the pizza.
Yeah.
I miss the Chinese restaurants that are on every corner. The 24-hour store. I miss that. But it's like if you really want your kids to grow up with thick skin, raise them in New York City.
That's right. That's right.
Because look at Evelyn.
Right. Right. So that was cute when they were at Evelyn's mom's house and Shawnee was there. She was like, oh, what was she like? Was she bad? And I answered the question already. I'm like, well, she kind of a little bit. She had a baby really early. Right. You know what I mean? So she admitted it. She was like, well, I was fast.
I love how she said, I was curious.
Right?
I was like, that's a good way to put it, Evelyn. Yeah. That's a good way to put it, girl.
The mom took it over one extra level. Were you about to, sorry. It took just one extra level over with her first time and her first experience. And I was like, oh, Mama, we love you for being in the conversation, but I don't know if I'm that grown in life yet.
Can you talk to your parents about the first time?
No, I wouldn't. No, never. No, I wouldn't.
Whoa.
Whoa. Okay.
Whoa. I think it's different for guys. No. Because, I don't know, like, guys and their dads.
Like with your dad, I was going to say with your dad, not your mom.
Like, yeah. Well, my mom was really crazy. She was very disco crazy, party animal. Yeah. So she would be like, hey, so who's the boyfriend this week?
Yeah.
What's going on?
And I think it's still because you're a guy, like, I think it's still like.
Yeah.
You guys get a little bit easier. You know what I mean? People, with parents and the whole sex issue. Yeah. You know, it's like,
for that,
they don't look at
yeah,
you know,
and it's like girls just being like a guy.
Yeah, it's like he's just being a guy. With girls, it's like sit down, close your legs.
Yeah,
boys, put your head down.
Well, there's something too. I think about like a guy. It's like a conquest for a guy. I don't mean I don't mean that in like a sexist way, but I do mean it's like it is more like of a math, like it's a dude thing. I think sometimes, but you look at like a young girl, like her first time, it's like a deflowering. You know what I mean? Like it's just like I don't know. I'm just giving Jane the Virgin where she like gives her that like crumpled little like flower and she's like, if you ever go this route, you can never make it better again. It's like, what? I can never fix my flower.
No, I fix my flower.
When I was in elementary school, they were trying to teach us abstinence. They passed around this like box with gift wrapping on this. We just had to pass around the class, like the whole little seminar or whatever. And then we get it back and it's like all torn up and things like that. So,
that was the symbolism?
Wait,
if you pass the box around to too many people, your wrapping gets torn.
Yes.
You can never rewrap that box.
No. This is not you. Yes.
No matter how many times you go to Target and buy fresh new paper, that box will never be wrapped the same.
It is not going back.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh, no.
So it's different for girls and guys. Yeah.
Anyway, on to the next. On to the next.
Exactly.
How do we do it from there?
I don't even know where we going.
Sucker's going straight to my head.
Right? Me too. Speaking of on to the next, I kind of thought it was cute / corny for Shawnee to be dressed all New York style with her Timbs on. Like those they were so fresh. Evelyn's
they were, and they still look too tight. Like loosen them up, girl. You gotta put the tongue down.
Like they were fresh out of the box.
She tried to get that New York accent.
Right?
Girl, one step at a time. One step at a time.
Start with the earrings and the shoes.
Let's get you on the train first and not die.
Let's get you some chanclas. Let's put some bamboo earrings on you. Then we'll talk.
The big ones.
Yeah, the big ones. The door knockers.
Oh man.
Well, that's good. We had a little.
I was with Tammy though, when she was like, "I so wish I could have spent the day with them out in the city. I really wanted to be with them in the city."
Fun.
Like, Shawnee just seemed really innocent and genuine. Like her first time really being in the Bronx on the train, shopping on the store. Like, I was like, "Oh, bless her heart."
I have a friend that came to visit me from Alabama when I lived in New York, and she had the thickest Alabama Southern accent. And we went to, I guess, like see a comedy show or something. We were like trying to do something, and of course, you like the comic finds like the one sort of like redneck table at this whole establishment and like points us out. And he goes to my friend and he's like, "All right, so how are you doing? How are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, I'm just having a real good time here in New York City." Yeah. And he was like, "Really? What have you been doing?" She's like, "Oh, we just been looking at all the sights and seeing all the buildings." And I was just like, "Oh my God, I'm not with her. I don't know her. I've never met her before in my life."
Oh no, you did.
Like, back up, like go down on my left chair.
Scoot away. You start talking to your neighbor.
Like but it is something like you can pick out the tourists like that in New York City. It's like even if you live there for just a hot second, like it's amazing how fast it gets into your body.
Oh yeah, you can tell who's the tourist, and
you can tell who's there for a weekend and who's there for a lifetime.
Yeah,
for sure. So
anyway. Same with out here though a little bit.
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yes.
Because it's the same people versus the crazies.
Well, and they're also on Hollywood Boulevard.
Costumes.
I'm learning that.
Can't.
That's
I'm
where
learning
everyone
that.
goes.
Can't with Hollywood. Anyway.
So, yeah, let's see. Where did we leave off? Where are we at?
We saw little Bonnie Jill in this episode.
Yeah,
so,
a little bit.
But I guess we really just left off at the dinner. So now they're all getting together.
Yeah, so now everyone has made it
started.
to New York, including the +1.
Although she did, I mean, I did like that dress. She did look.
Yeah, she did.
Again,
now I can see why she's a stylist.
But again, she's dressed for a red carpet, not a dinner night. But
she's at the eatery bar in New York City.
Right? Come on, girl.
I would show up in a hoodie and some Timbs.
Listen, she is trying to make this work. She wants. At this point, I don't even think she wants to be on Basketball Wives. She wants to spin off. But she wants her own show. Well, she's trying.
Hey, that could very well be the case. But here's the thing: we've seen two extreme sides of Sania as far as her style goes.
True.
Yes.
Like Palm Springs Sania, where she's
camouflage and glued on fur.
Right?
Yeah,
and then now this twirl fabulous thing that she wore last week to the up to her hoo-ha. Twirl sleeve. Yeah. And then now this cocktail dress for a bar. And she's who are you? That would be one reason why I would not want her as my stylist, because I don't think she knows who she is yet, and I don't think she could dress me because she doesn't know what her own style is yet.
Because she's either one extreme to the other. She doesn't have any middle ground with anything,
No in between.
Or maybe she wants to be that person I would rather look too good than not good enough. Yeah. Or she has to be the best dressed out of the group because she is the stylist, so she has something to prove.
Right. Yeah. Or maybe a producer pulled her aside and was like, "Hey, girl, so remember that stuff that you wore in Palm Springs? How about we step it up a notch next time? So you're gonna get a lot of camera time. How about we change that image for
That could have happened too.
Who knows?
But yeah, so they're at the dinner, and like you said earlier, just with Jackie and Evelyn, Evelyn was trying to be quiet. She actually didn't, I'll be cordial. We'll be here. Let's have, a nice dinner and enjoy
She came
everyone.
in with a good mindset.
Yeah,
she's
she
like,
was
I'm
really
making eye contact.
Right. I'm cool.
Zip the lip before one gets busted.
Right. And all Jackie had to do was do the same thing.
Yes.
But no, she goes right in for the kill.
Well, before we go full-fledged into the drama of the dinner, can we talk about what Jackie is accusing Evelyn of?
Ooh, girl. $3,500.
Yes.
$3,500 to buy her way into the family? What? And the stalking and the sister wives?
Yeah. Sister wife?
Where did she get that from?
Excuse me?
That blew my mind. I was like, I have no idea what the F Jackie is talking about.
How far left that came from. Yeah.
So crazy.
That came out of, she wants to sleep with me and my husband, and I tell my husband, he ain't into her like that. I'm like, first off, your husband thinks she's hot, and he has no taste. Come on.
Right.
But it's like, what?
It was just so crazy to me. It just seemed so far-fetched for Jackie to throw that out there, which again is classic Jackie.
Yes.
Blowing up an exaggerating situation. And then I guarantee you next week she's going to go back and she'll be like, I didn't call you a sister wife. I never said that. Blah, blah, blah. And we're all going to be like, yes, you did.
Bring Doug into this.
Exactly.
Yeah, you brought Doug into this. No, you brought Doug into this in the bedroom with the $3,500.
Oh, man. So anyway, so that to me was one of the biggest things going into the dinner. I know that Evelyn was all up in arms about the whole bitch comment in front of Shanice, but this took it to a whole new level.
It did.
When they went and sat down. So anyway, continue about the dinner.
No, but yeah, I had actually kind of forgotten about that part, and I wrote it down. That was a good part, but then that kind of just revved Jackie up some more, but she revved herself up with that, because like I said, that came from left field, but she just wanted something else to possibly have against Evelyn, so she's not the bad guy. She never wants to look like the bad guy, even though she always is, and like I said, she just goes straight for it, like, okay, Evelyn's trying to be quiet. Oh, so Evelyn, but I was just trying to go to your event. I was just trying to be nice and be supportive, and it's like, no, you
then
weren't.
keep your mouth shut.
You're playing the
Shut up and keep your mouth shut.
Exactly.
Just like tonight,
the
or
point.
let the dinner
just like
tonight.
The dinner.
Everybody was laughing, kikiing it up. They were all having drinks, having fun,
Exactly.
and then it's like Evelyn, and you see everybody go like,
Oh, damn.
Here we go.
shoulders
Here we
high,
go.
be surprised.
But
Yeah, you're
Evelyn
like,
was ready, because I wrote down, Jackie started it, Evelyn was like, but you ain't gonna call me a bitch in front of my daughter. And she was ready.
Yeah. It was like as soon, and that was why Evelyn didn't really want to speak, because she was so angry about it, and it's like, if I say anything, I'm gonna go off on this woman. You know, so now you want to talk to me? Okay, fine. I'm gonna give you what I have, but don't disrespect me in front of my child. Like
and Jackie said it like she's piercing at me. She wasn't even looking at you.
No,
where are you getting
all in her mind? That's why.
It's all in her head.
She's gonna come.
But that was Jackie showing Jackie that she was the one that's bothered. Why are you seriously looking at how somebody's chewing?
Right.
Why is that?
Yeah. Why are you watching her?
Like, if you were really over it, non-bothered, like Evelyn was, you would sat there and been cool, kikied it up. Y'all might have had a discussion another time.
Yep. And just like Evelyn told her, you know, don't disrespect me in front of my child. Jackie, don't disrespect me in front of myself. What is that, Jackie?
She didn't have a better comeback. Her mind didn't calculate that quick enough. She didn't have a better comeback.
Well, that's not really Jackie's strong suit. Is like the comeback for sure. It's not her strong suit. And even like she ends up using Evelyn's own phrase against Evelyn.
You really want to piss her off
using it.
That's not phasing her. She's the one. She's infamous for that line. You're not pissing her off in any form about that.
No, ma'am. Like, don't
stop saying that. Stop.
Everyone's like, keep saying that. I got a trademark. That's 50 cent right there.
Right.
There you go. Keep saying it. You put money in my pocket.
Thank you.
And then maybe I'll split that and give it to your daughter.
Right. The other
one. Sassy.
The other one.
Listen.
Sassy. I love it.
But and then. So Jackie, you know, she drops her bomb that she has that she got from somewhere with Shanice and calling her build-a-whore. And
wait, Tammy's face
when
she goes,
at first, right? I was like, I've heard of Build-A-Bears. They're like the same thing. I'm like.
So, but no, okay. So, like, let's dissect the build-a-whore for a second. Okay. So, Jackie said it's like, you know, when you're younger and they build you up. So, is that meaning like Evelyn is trying to pimp her daughter, like
I've
a Kris Jenner or something?
Between the lines, she was coming at Evelyn saying, "Since you had a daughter at a young age, you're teaching her how to have a daughter at a young age and get on that back." She was getting all, but you got to get all in between that shade.
That's what that's exactly what I thought she was saying.
They're only
she's past 16.
She's about 20, maybe.
Early 20s.
I thought she was in her 20s.
Yeah, early 20s. Like, she might be legal now, maybe 21, 22, yeah.
Okay.
But it's like
early 20s.
Jackie knew exactly what she meant with that build-a-whore and like, oh, your parents build you up this way. So it's like you're calling Evelyn an irresponsible parent. You're calling the daughter a whore. It's like,
oof.
What do you expect to happen after you do that? But you know what I mean?
Do you think Tammy should have gave Evelyn a heads up about the build-a-whore thing and said, you know what?
This is tough. I don't know.
A tough
this is what Jackie said. So I'd rather have you get your anger out now before we meet up.
With a person like Evelyn, though, the type of, because she does have an anger problem or an anger issue, I feel like had she known that, she wouldn't have been, it just would have went off right at the rip as soon as they walked into that dinner all together. She wouldn't have been able to hold it from that point. So maybe, I don't know.
I kind of agree with that. I don't think it was Tammy's responsibility to pass that on to Evelyn. I think she was kind of easing it in when she was like, hey, so she's saying you're trying to buy her way into the family, you want to be a sister wife, blah, 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 all that stuff. Because she's like, this is so fantastical and such a crazy thing to say about somebody that I think she felt comfortable sharing that. The build-a-whore comment is so below the belt. I think Tammy didn't even want to go there. You know what I mean?
So many times where people get mad, well, on the show where I can't even think of a name, but someone would get mad like, well, you didn't tell me that part. So hopefully it doesn't come back to bite Tammy in the ass. Like, well, you told me this, that, and this. Why didn't you tell me this part if you already knew? And you still let her come to the party? Right. You know, she said that. What's up with you? We made up.
Especially after Tammy made the statement, like, if she said that about my child, I'd still be trying to take my foot out of her behind. So, and again, to me, I feel like if you really my friend and we really ace buncoons, show be damned. Sorry. But, tell me.
Yeah, you say, you know what? After that remark, you can't come on this trip. For your safety.
Yeah, I would say that too. But we know why they have to come on the show. But you know,
to get me wild
so we can sit here and talk about it.
But do we think that Tammy would just be perpetuating that comment if she brought it up? And do you think maybe she was just like, it's like out of lines, I'm not going to bring that in?
There's always a way to say something.
Yeah.
I feel like she probably could have told her, but like I said, it would have Evelyn just would have, I feel like,
I
blown
don't know
up
that I
right
would have
in
gone
there.
there.
Yeah.
I feel like I would have like crawled under a rock and been like la 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 la.
I didn't hear anything. I think it's like, you know what? It's best if it comes from Jackie.
But-
And even if you get mad at me for not telling you, I'd rather you get mad at me for not telling you than I tell you and I have to deal with. Yes, exactly.
Because it hurts more when it comes out the first time from the main person.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then that way she could get what she deserves.
I think still Tammy should have still just like took some defense for Shanice and
In that moment,
Evelyn
talking
as
to
far as
Jackie?
friends. Yeah, laughing
Yeah.
about it because I laughed about it too because I was like, "What the builder?
Yeah.
Where do you get this stuff from? Like, what
I
the
do.
heck?" But at the same time, like, friend, and that's where my mind is at. Like, yeah, so you know,
Yeah, now-
funny because I really don't get your logic where this come from, but you know, that's a low blow. That's really disrespectful. Don't come from her
But
for her daughter.
Yeah,
like
I did
that.
feel that way. I felt like, okay, now is Tammy now playing both sides of the fence, because I do feel like she at least should have stepped up and defended Evelyn and Shanice in that moment.
Yeah.
Like, just like, that's not cool. It may be funny, okay, but come on now, Jackie, that's not cool. Don't do that. Things like that. She could have at least done that.
Right.
She didn't do that. So yeah, I was questioning Tammy a little bit during that part. But yeah, so then she drops that bomb though, and actually says it to Evelyn's face, like, well, I won't say what they say about your daughter on the internet,
The Bill the whore.
Mrs. Bill the whore. And I felt like they pan to Evelyn, and you can just see it in her face,
Like,
like
Jesus, take the
immediately,
wheel.
like it just
I
was
saw
like,
her
Don't get up
face.
and walk.
And I saw Yana Van Zant on the shoulder saying, "Girl, get up and get out. Get up and get out."
Yeah.
Which she
And that's
did.
what she did.
That's what she did.
I
That's what she
applaud
did.
her so much
Definitely.
for that move.
I thought she was gonna come at the end of the table and come for Jackie. Quite honestly,
The
I
old
thought.
one. That's why-
No,
Yeah.
she doesn't come
I-
up. She doesn't come around the table. She jumps on the table and dies.
right. So
She laid across.
Yeah, move everything. So yeah, I definitely applaud her for that, because it does show her growth. I know I've been saying, like, ever since this season started, like, Evelyn's gonna go off at some point. She's gonna go off. She's gonna go crazy. But
Yes.
in this moment, it's warranted. Like, Jackie went after her daughter. So any mother would be probably that upset, and it hurt me. I almost teared up, because I could feel how Evelyn just did not want to go there, and she was fighting herself.
Yeah,
You know what I
very
mean?
true.
She was fighting herself so hard, because, like, I really just want to rip this woman apart, but I'm better than that now. Like, I want to move past this, and she was really trying.
Until Jackie thought it was a good idea to step up and step out and say, "Oh, let me speak to her."
Again.
Okay, we're gonna talk
Again, we're gonna not
Again,
right now.
somebody wants to be quiet, somebody wants to walk away, somebody wants to be the bigger person, and Jackie goes and hunts them down and instigates herself into the middle of a situation. Why can you not learn, Jackie?
Because Jackie knows what she is doing.
Exactly.
She is pushing that button. Whenever someone shows a button for Jackie to push, she pushes it.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
Multiple times. So that's the thing. Like, I was waiting for Jackie to come out.
Yeah.
I was just, because Jackie can't stay quiet. It would have been a moment. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna stay here," because she wants her moment to calm down. That ain't Jackie.
No, not at all. Now, I was wondering when Shawnee went in to get their bags, to get their purses, because it's like, okay, we need to go, but all of our belongings are inside.
Right.
And she kind of talked. She's like, well, Evelyn's hurt. To me, I felt like she should have just grabbed the bags and left.
She definitely should have. I'm with
Don't
you.
even
on
talk
that.
to
No
Jackie.
words,
No
no
conversation.
nothing.
You could even act like, oh, she's gone already. I'm just gonna take her
Yeah.
bag. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like no words, just go. But she's like, oh, she's hurt. Like, and then I felt like that, like you said, that was the button. That was like,
hurt?
she was like,
let me
go.
get her more. Let me get her more.
Yeah.
She has one strand of weave
And
left.
then
Let
it
me yank for it. It's like, that's Jackie.
Man, so
She needs a shirt. That's Jackie.
That's Jackie.
she does.
I'll get the 10%. Thank you.
There you go, exactly.
But yeah, but Evelyn, she was holding it in so well, and then
So
Jackie
well.
Hard to
just-
watch. It was so hard to
So
watch.
It was. Like I said, I felt bad for her.
I got out my seat, literally.
Yeah.
And I had to turn around because I felt my New York hood coming back real quick.
Well, we see hers come back real quick,
Right,
too.
real quick.
It's so
So
good.
yeah, that was okay. Let's get to that. So
Let's get to that.
Okay. So first of all, Jackie, like, she fake apologizes, and
Yes.
it's like, when I want an apology from you, Evelyn's like, you ain't getting
Oh, did you? Yeah, the shade in that apology.
like,
I'm sorry for calling you a bitch in front of your daughter. I'm
Not
sorry for
that
calling you a bitch.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, right?
She's
Low-key,
like, and
I
that
didn't pick
upset
up
you.
on that,
Well,
but right.
You were upset by that. So
That's because-
I'm
Right, so,
Exactly.
and I thought that was
Like-
the main problem.
Yeah.
And then it's like, whatever I forget now, but whatever she said was the key to push Evelyn out, and she rushed for her.
Yeah.
Like, tried to get her.
Died.
Well, and she was
Listen.
like, the thing that she even asked the apology for is like, I want an apology for you calling me a bitch tonight. And it's like,
but it's tit for tat.
This is so not even the issue.
No,
right, and that's so petty.
You just want,
You just want an apology.
But what is this
no
apology
reason.
going to do? What is it really
It's not
going to
do anything.
You
really.
can never
Are you
force
sleep better?
I'm petty, but that was really petty.
Yeah.
Really?
I would never want an apology if I have to ask for an apology. Because one, it's not going to be authentic.
No. Not at all.
And it's going to be really shady.
Yeah.
Or you're not going to get one. You can get popped in your face.
Yeah.
So you wait for that apology to come so you know it's authentic.
It's genuine, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that's why I kind of liked Evelyn's response of like, you're not getting anything
Right.
from
You
me
ain't getting
tonight. I love that. I was like, good for you, girl.
Yeah, stand up.
Syndrome.
Yeah.
She was trying to have her moment. That's what I'm saying. Like, Evelyn was trying to have her moment where and have you guys ever been in a situation where you're so angry and you're so mad and somebody wants to make up with you so much?
Yeah.
And you're just like, I just need to be mad for a minute.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
I thought you were like where you tried to like not be like, no, I'm gonna be mad. But
Yeah.
but you're
No.
right. Yeah, you need to be mad, but you just like let me
Away.
be. Yeah,
Yes.
and just be away. Yeah.
And so that's what I'm saying. Like, again, Jackie going and pushing those buttons. Like,
Pushing those
she just gets
buttons.
in there
Yeah.
and grinds her like a little weasel in
Yes.
there. And just so, ugh.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
sometimes where you're just like, let me be mad. I'm gonna calm down and we can talk about this like adults in a moment, a day or two, or a week. But just give me this moment.
Give me an
You know?
hour.
Right.
Yes.
Give me this
And what was
moment.
the
In
one
space.
thing?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
And what was the
space
one
is
thing
very
that Jackie
important.
said to have Evelyn pop? Did she like, I'm going to kill
I
her?
know, I
I'm gonna
couldn't-
beat. She
did I
said,
write it
what did
down?
she exactly
I didn't
say for
either.
that fist to go flying? Because I think it was something about, I'm going to hit her, I'm going to beat her
It
ass,
was
or
something
something like
threatening
that.
in that form.
It was a threat.
Yeah.
So it's like, you ain't
You
hitting
know what?
nobody.
Right,
You know
exactly.
what?
Yeah.
Rush. And so let's get to our favorite part.
That's right.
When Evelyn got in that car because she was like, oh, they're going to change your hotel or I don't know where you're at. Like, this is the thing. Don't mess with someone in their hometown.
Right?
Yeah.
Where they
You
get all their
don't
cousins and all
Thank
their
you.
friends. She got on that phone. Yo, okay, that I hit the thing.
Look, you don't.
Get Shaquisha, get whoever.
Yes,
you
get
get them
on
on
that
the
phone real
line. This
quick.
is her
We
hotel.
gonna
She
meet
was
her
like,
up
no,
out
I'm
in-
serious.
Right.
We're going to
Out
change
in
your
front.
hotel.
Yep, she's like, we're gonna be out in front. They gonna have to stay there until she comes out. If that's till the wee hours
Till
of the
the
morning.
morning.
Listen,
Look,
okay,
the
my anger. I done
the
been there.
trains run
camp out.
24/7.
Yes.
We can catch a Uber, a taxi, a yellow. That's the
Anything.
thing.
We
Like,
can be there.
Jackie might not know about yellow cabs because I know they don't have yellow cabs in LA.
Nah.
Yeah, they don't
but
have
there
them
are
like that.
20 yellow cabs
The
at 2
dollar cab?
o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
The dollar cab vans, you can get all your
All
family
of
in
them.
there and
Right,
get
that's what
them
you-
ready. Go down Bedford Avenue, turn left.
Everybody in the van getting ready, tighten up
Get
shoes,
ready.
Vaselining up, everything.
Yes.
We getting ready.
We
Yes.
ready.
Like,
Okay.
Yes.
I have to be at work. That's okay. I call off, man. I
go,
can't make it.
Can't make it.
I'm here.
or we roll up right in there
Hosted.
afterward like nothing happened.
Yes. I would never feel comfortable going into the New York jungle in someone's area, knowing they have family, friends, cousins, sisters, brothers, and running that mouth.
Yeah.
I know
No
that's
matter
her.
how tough
No
you think
matter
you
how
are.
tough. And you got your stylist to have your back.
I was just about to say, like,
What
you
she
had no run up.
What she gonna do? Fix your hair after you get dry?
Basically,
Basically,
get your clothes back together.
She gonna sew your
Girl, your
stuff.
mascara running now. Let me fix that. Like, that's all she's gonna do.
Touch you up.
Yeah. Look, we can go to Rainbows and get you a nice outfit.
Not rainbow. Yes.
They still have rainbows, but yeah. I mean, and then Jackie is still going crazy. She darts across the street.
Oh, and I love how they have their car. There was no car there.
I was looking for it too.
I caught that.
It's like construction. The street was blocked off.
You know the whole road, like the whole side street was blocked off because they were all
Yes.
filming outside.
Right.
It was taped
course.
off.
Like, are you
right.
kidding me?
Yeah.
It was
Where
all
come
taped
from?
off. There were no cars like
And
moving
Jackie
for
probably
miles.
wasn't even running in the right direction.
No, she wasn't because she kept saying,
wasn't.
"Where's she at? Where's she
Right.
at?" Let
She
me get
just
to her. You
darted
just
out.
running.
Like, you're not even running towards her.
Again, next week she's not going to remember that, just like
She's
she
not
did
gonna
when she
remember
did it with
that.
Bonnie. No, I was not trying to come for her.
Oh,
Really?
Yep.
But then Shawnee comes back, and Jackie puts that finger
Oh,
in Shawnee's face.
I was proud of Shawnee.
I was proud. She's like, "Wait, you ain't gonna put that
Wait,
one
hold on.
Hold on.
Back that up.
Oh, Shawnee, I didn't know.
I didn't know you
Yeah,
were
I didn't know. Yeah, she's like, look, I had Tim's on earlier.
It did.
Very quickly.
Got a hold.
But yeah, she's like, you gotta put that finger down real quick.
Right. Hold on.
But that's Tammy's. I thought Tammy was gonna say like, you don't put your hand in my face.
Yeah.
But Shawnee got her together. She's like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually surprised that you know what? I might have to start looking at Tammy in a different light because she kept saying like, "Oh, Jackie," like she was trying to calm it down, but like for me, not really. I felt like Tammy actually was staying out of this a little bit.
Yeah, Tammy wasn't really saying that much. She wasn't. Fight.
Yeah,
she wasn't even in the confessional.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. Good point.
What's going on here?
Tammy. I have to watch Tammy.
Let's have a conversation. You can't lie. I have receipts.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I feel like we're gonna have to have our eye on Tammy, and like I said, she might be playing both sides of the fence. I love her. Like she's my favorite, but I wouldn't appreciate that.
When you love someone, you have to call it out.
Yeah,
you have to call a thing a thing, and that was something.
Yes.
Yeah, because if they're all made up, and it's like, look, Sean, Jackie, I'm about to pop you. Get your mouth closed.
Right.
You know, this is my friend.
Yeah.
I don't play that game. Because if I was Evelyn in the next episode, I'll be coming after Tammy and Jackie.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
That's just me. Like, you my friend.
I feel like you didn't have my back.
Yep. At least you could have been more aggressive with your words. You know?
At least something. Yeah.
But it was Evelyn's fight to fight. It was between Evelyn and Jackie. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't.
That eye and everything.
One of these things is not like the other. No, but I'm saying, like, I don't know. I mean, at some point, it just instigates it more. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I think, I don't know. I think Evelyn. I got the vibe that Evelyn didn't want to fight until she wanted to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at that point, I think all they were trying to do was damage control. Like. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think at that point, like, once it got to the point where, because Evelyn was like we were saying, she was this tightly wound, like, coil, just, like, ready to pop off. And I think they were just trying to keep her from popping off. And then the minute that she popped off, it's just damage control at that point. Like, it's not, like, I wouldn't want to get in the middle of that fist fight.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But still,
I think it kind of comes down, and maybe it just depends on the relationship. Maybe Evelyn and Tammy aren't that close, maybe because it depends on the relationship. And even though it's like maybe you shouldn't drag your friend into a situation, but sometimes you just feel that way. Like if I am into something, ride or die. If you're my best friend, if you're my girl, like ride or die, you should be there. And it may be wrong. I'm not even going to sit here and say that it's right. It actually may be wrong.
Yeah.
But the friendship part of it, you want your friend to be there for you.
Yeah.
Like, no
You
matter
want to
what.
see that she stood up for you.
I would rather have someone say you're wrong for getting into it instead of my friend saying, why didn't you?
Right.
Where were you?
Exactly. Yeah.
I'd rather protect the friendship than like someone coming at me and saying, what are you doing? It's like, I was protecting my friend.
Right.
I was being loyal. That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
Exactly. So I think that's just the thing of it, is the friendship, the loyalty, the ride or die.
I gotcha.
Sorry, we didn't give you that look that we were all like.
I'm literally like on an island by myself right now. Bye guys, I'll see you later. Like I'm sitting down here. I learned in this segment that one of these things is not like the other. Very quickly.
I know, so like once we start talking about this fight situation,
I
I
was
told
gonna
the voice
go
change.
the high pitch, right?
Yes, the
I was like, oh yes,
we get
that's so nice.
We get the lobster claw real quick. Right. We're like,
start snatching that impossible air. Like what?
yes, get that good wig glue. Get that good wig glue. Because it will get snatched.
I can't.
It's hilarious.
So for the previews for the next episode,
It's not done. It's not finished.
That's what I was
nowhere
gonna
near
say.
done.
Like this is like just
this is
getting started.
we're climbing up.
Yeah.
I hope I see an entourage of people outside of Jackie's hotel. That's what I want to see.
Yeah,
I want to see them all.
I do
ready.
want to see
Yeah.
them lined up.
wanna-
It's exciting too because we do get to see a little bit more of why Jazz was in New York.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
We
Yeah.
get
We get to see
Back
the
the
real
positivities.
reason
Right.
why.
Right. Because we didn't see any of that this episode.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like, oh,
so they'll
Jazz is
focus on
here.
that.
Yeah, we get to see the
To be
real.
continued.
Right.
Yeah,
So.
but then at the last 2 seconds, there was another fight.
There was.
Yeah.
I don't know who it was, but someone's fighting again.
Yeah.
Somebody's
Yeah.
fighting.
So I
Going
feel
down.
if it doesn't happen, it's going to definitely go down reunion style. So
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
if not,
That
not
I
next
cannot
show.
wait for that
Look,
reunion.
Yeah.
That
Oh my God.
reunion, I'm trying to get tickets for us to
I
go.
think they might have had it
Let's
already.
go.
They're in taping, yeah.
Yeah,
no.
Bonnie
Yeah.
posted a picture.
So did Kristen.
It
I
said, like,
seen on
reunion.
hers,
I think
yeah.
it's
Well,
done.
I would have been waiting outside that door.
Yeah.
Hey girl, what happened?
Right.
What's going on?
Hey girl, what
Give me
happened?
the scoop. Give me the scoop.
Yeah, but I can't wait for next week. So we'll have they balance it. They balance the drama with the positivity. So that'll be us seeing Jazz and doing her rapping thing, and hopefully they'll play some. They do play her music a little bit, so hopefully they'll play some more because like she said, it's growing. Yeah, and they said her career is growing, but I don't really hear anything outside the show though.
Yeah, but well, after this episode, we better be hearing something.
Right? It's like, okay.
Tammy, get to those radio stations. Get Charlamagne together.
Radio stations, SoundCloud, all of that. Like Instagram, like
even YouTube.
Let's see her.
YouTube. Make a video.
How about you come on our show?
Come on,
let us listen and preview. Yeah. Have a house party.
Yes. Yeah, we could do that. That's a good idea. We got to reach out to Tammy.
Yes.
Yep.
On it.
Okay, so it's going down next week as well. So the crazy will just continue. Actually, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah.
They're taking a little bit of a break, so 2 weeks. But this episode is definitely going to hold us over.
Yeah.
All this drama, we actually need to come down.
You don't think I'm not going to watch this again when I get home?
Me too.
Right. Polish off that bottle of Prosecco to round 2. Thank you very much.
I'm doing the exact same thing.
I love it.
Thank you guys for joining us, and don't forget it's going to be a 2-week hiatus for Basketball Wives, but they will be back and we will be back. So make sure you guys join us. Once again, I'm Elle Marie. You can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at @ElleMarieTV.
Yep, and I'm Laura Thomas. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Laura L. Thomas TV.
Come be social with me. I'm Taquaila. You can find me at Taquaila_I am.
And if you want to figure out what I'm going to say after this, follow me on Twitter and Instagram and on YouTube at Just Sans World.
And we would like to see you guys' comments too, especially about this episode. So make sure, you guys hit us up in the comment section.
Go all the way in.
Yes,
please.
See you guys next time.
See you in July.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.